Do you think that's right, Ali? Do you think he has been a target sometimes by the media?
To a certain extent, I think, but I think he's also set himself up with some of his antics, not going to games when he's been injured, and getting away with the hairstyles and all that stuff, which I don't have a problem about. Clearly I don't, but you're obviously going to attract attention when you do things like that. So there's an element of he's brought it on himself. The actual signing itself, has it been a success? No. I think Jamie's use of the word underwhelming is probably just about right. What would you have him down as a signing? 3 out of 10 maybe? 3 out of 10? And where Gabby's correct is it's not entirely his fault. Some of it is probably, his performances haven't been good enough. Has the team around him been good enough? The Manchester United team in recent years hasn't been good enough. No, it's not. But neither of his performances. So he has to shoulder some of the responsibility. It's just a move that really hasn't worked out. And as I said, I'm not surprised to see him go. I'm not really disappointed to see him go. I look at other guys that have come to this country, particularly at clubs like Manchester City and Liverpool, who have been fantastic signings. The guys like De Bruyne and Silva and guys like that. You come in, Salah, Mane. He hasn't made anything like the impact that these guys have made.
Paul, why? I mean, someone who played in the same position as you was obviously Paul Pogba. Why do you think for him it just hasn't worked for him second time around at Manchester United?
It's the big question, Darren. I don't know, because I was there when he was a kid, and this lad has got absolutely everything you'd want in a footballer and a midfield player. His physique, he can run. I just don't think he's ever learned as a footballer. Constantly seems to make the same mistakes over and over again, and it's disappointing. It looks like he's going to leave, but I think he will go somewhere. A manager will get a grip of him, and I think he'll do really well, as he did in Juventus. I just think for some reason at Manchester United it hasn't worked out, and it's been a big disappointment. Because we see what he does with France, we saw what he does with what he did with Juventus. It's been a big disappointment, of course it has. But no, do you know what? People probably see him the wrong way. He's a nice lad. He's a lad that I always found wanted to work, wanted to learn, and for some reason it just hasn't worked out. And I hope he goes on and does really well. But for the lad himself, I think it's probably time to move on and find a manager that he really believes in more than anything, and a manager that believes in him. And we all know he's got the ability and talent to be a world-class footballer.